unpacking a major new TV interview with former President Trump as he fights federal charges for allegedly mishandling classified documents and obstructing justice. President Trump denying he showed off classified information about a proposed attack on Iran, even as prosecutors claim he admitted so on tape. Despite the indictment, the Republican frontrunner's support, it is holding steady. White House correspondent Allison Harris has the latest developments. And Allison, President Trump continuing to say he needed time to go through all the documents and all the boxes and that he's been too busy to do so.
Yes, that is what he's saying, Marky. The former president is defending being in possession of classified documents in this first sit-down interview since being arraigned on those federal charges last week. Mr. Trump saying that he simply was busy and did not have time to go through the boxes that were filled with documents.
Why not just hand them over then?
Because I had boxes. I want to go through the boxes and get all my personal things out. I don't want to hand that over to NARA yet. And I was very busy, as you've sort of seen. These boxes were interspersed with all sorts of things, golf shirts, clothing, pants, shoes. There were many things. I would say much more, not that I know of, but everything was declassified.
Mr. Trump there pretty quickly dismissing whether he was aware of Iran documents being among the items in the boxes. Remember, that's the recording that's mentioned that federal prosecutors have in evidence. The former president also saying that he would like to be less combative this time around with the press. But he did put the blame on the media, saying if he weren't combative, then he doesn't think that he would be able to get his own word across. Marky?
And Allison, also, Bret Baier, who conducted the interview, also read out a list of former allies who are now running against Trump. I mean, probably most notably his VP, Mike Pence. What was the former president's reaction there?
Yeah, listing all of the people in his administration who he has now attacked and gone after. Those former allies, as you said, include former Vice President Mike Pence, Nikki Haley, his former ambassador to the United Nations, the former National Security Advisor John Bolton, and even former Attorney General Bill Barr. Now, I think a lot of people might remember that it was just last week when Trump attacked Bill Barr, calling him a gutless pig. Listen to what Trump had to say about these attacks.
Why did you hire all of them in the first place?
Because I hired 10 to 1 that were fantastic. And for every person you name, I can name 20 people that loved the administration.
Mr. Trump also in this interview continuing to make false claims that he did win the 2020 presidential election. Marky?
Allison Harris from the White House this morning. Thank you.
So thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.